As the credits roll on the season finale of the Frasier revival, Kelsey Grammer as Dr. Frasier Crane, the role he originated 39 years ago on Cheers, frustratedly conducts a string quartet of not yet classically trained child musicians through a rendition of tossed salad and scrambled eggs. How a bunch of kids ended up performing the series' theme song is a classic Frasier conundrum. In the episode Reindeer Games, a series of mix-ups ensue as Crane Frasier's hosting an elegant holiday dinner party. Yes, Frasier becomes a verb in this episode. The problem? He's mistakenly hired an elementary school string quartet, ordered 24 Christmas trees and a live goose, and made the eggnog so thick that one of guests asks, "Is this flan?" The comedic timing of each mishap plays like an orchestra, thanks to Grammer's stellar directing. Reindeer Games is the third episode he's helmed for the Paramount Plus revival series, not counting the 36 shows he directed for the original series that aired from 1993 to 2004. When asked how he felt stepping back into the director's chair, the multiple Emmy winner responded with a sly laugh, "I've been doing it for a long time." He also credits his intuitiveness as a stage actor, which Grammer says works best for comedies. Sitcoms have always been sort of like going to the theater. They're shot that way. It's sort of like there's a proscenium arch as there is in a traditional theater setting, and we perform for an audience, he tells The Hollywood Reporter. That's the difference, mostly. The audience is understood, in most cases in single camera, especially in comedy, but it's never actually there. In our situation, there's actual living, breathing human beings sitting in the audience, and that's the laughter we use. It becomes a bit of a celebration of the characters, honestly, and a celebration of the idea that we can all sit in a room together and have a laugh that extends out into the television world. Speaking recently, a few days after the SAG-AFTRA strike ended and before a BBC interviewer claimed Paramount Plus publicists cut an interview short when Grammer spoke about his support of Donald Trump, Paramount Plus has not commented. Grammer talks about finally having a say on returning to the beloved character, continuing on-screen Father John Mahoney's legacy, and giving American audiences what he says they really need, a good laugh. The Frasier season finale, streaming December 7th, also doubles as a holiday episode, which is brilliantly called Reindeer Games. Was there anything special about directing this particular show? It was the final one of the season, and it was our last chance at sort of cementing the world of Frasier, the new world of Frasier. It was nice to invite part of the old world in, and have him have a bit of a connection with Roz. Perry Gilpin returns as a special guest star, and have Christmas be celebrated by love. It's all about love. The whole revival is about love of the character, about the idea that we all love the laugh, that we love each other, and it's a love fest all the way around. But in this episode, it was a joy to be part of it. We have had a sort of famous Christmas episode history with the previous incarnation. I directed Merry Christmas, Mrs. Moskowitz years ago, the one where Frasier pretended he was Jewish, and they had to hide all the things they celebrated about Christmas. Of course, Martin played my John Mahoney, who died in 2018, loved Christmas so much that there was a house loaded with it. Speaking of Martin, the bar in this Frasier is named for John Mahoney, who died 5 years ago. This is a really beautiful touch. But why was it important to honor him aside from the scripted references to him throughout the season? He was such a big part of it, and he was such a motivational part of the first show. There is the old saying, the father will become the son become the father. I am now the father, and my son is the son. With the original show, the very first pilot was called The Good Son, and the first pilot for this season was called The Good Father. That's the reason.